Alright, let's see if they run free. Number 4, you can see the bubbles. Okay, we got oil pressure. The bike works really good, and the pressure, it's very high. It's like I never have pressure like that. We got the stuff from the pump and the stuff on the plate. Looks like these instructions, they're the same. All right. We can see the flats here. This is the 7030 for 2007 and up. Okay, and this is the 8033. Again, for 2007 and up, but you have to check your you know, for your bike, what part is appropriate. And this goes here. This is the one with the flat. I'm gonna just mark the way up, but I don't think that's important. They do recommend these bolts non-Loctite, and a little bit lubrication right here. I don't see a washer. They're all the same length. See that? There's a little pin here that holds that thing in place. I'm gonna mark again this side up, and we need to take this out to lubricate them. See, it rotates like that, so when we put it back, we make sure these flats, they line up with the pinion. There's a little bit clearance here, so the pump can just center it with the torque wrench. The new tensioners from I decided to get the originals, the Harley-Davidson, because they don't have too much wear. I got new bolts for the tensioners, because these bolts, they're now this one is the one is really kind of stripped. Check it out, and it gave me a hard time to take it off. And new ones here, and I got a new ring, okay, for the cam. This is the one with the curve. The curve goes onto the cam, and I'm gonna use my stock cams. There's nothing wrong with them, and I'm not looking for performance, I'm looking for reliability. Okay, now we have peace and quiet. We're gonna pump the lifters, put it on this clean container, okay, for 24 hours, so they can get any kind of like air out, so tomorrow they can be ready. We have engine oil. This is the new engine oil, same like this one here. I have the old lifters, and this is the engine oil we're going to be using now. Okay, this is the premium DS from Drug Specialties 2050. This is the OEM. This is how they come from the factory. Right, let's take a look at it. Let me put some oil in here. I've already cleaned it up. What we're looking for is to get all the air out. So let's start. I can see that. It's pumping out. I have to keep a little bit straight. thing is full, but let's just make sure. Okay, I've dropped this one. Okay. You can see the bubbles. Yeah. You can see the air has gone away. Yeah. I can see the bubbles. No more bubbles. Alright, let's put this in too. Okay. Just to keep them straight. Alright, now you see there's bubbles coming up, but gotta make sure. Yep, this one is good. Actually, the fueling just tells you to pump it up and just drop them straight in, but you know, why not leave them 24 hours. Alright, and I'm gonna cover it with a piece of cloth. Fill up with oil all the way up. You see, I can see little bubbles there. Okay, good. It should be okay to drop them in. Most people, they just pump them and drop them in. That's what Feuling recommends, but I've been watching also this guy, Brad the Wizard, and he's using a vacuum with the lifters. Not this kind of lifters, Screaming Eagle lifters or something similar. It's a Harley-Davidson dealer. You should watch his videos, and he's using a vacuum, something like that, a container with a vacuum here, and put them there and leave them on a probably, you know, 5-6 hours or something. Okay. Okay, I use brake fluid and 4-0. Don't use 4-0 on the cam because this is metal, okay, and it can leave metal particles. I'm gonna wash this, of course, really good. And on the cam, I use just brake cleaner, plate, or on the cam housing. Okay, and this time I have cleaned the table. I put a new paper. Okay, I'm gonna try the flats first on the pinion. So the pump goes like that. Okay, so I put the flats up and down. The pinion also is up and down. I'm gonna put it on the pinion as is without the O-ring. So I want to make sure the flats, they are straight. So we're here. And of course I'm going to put a little more after the engine works, because it's 3.5 quarters. As you can see, everything is ready. The new bearings in. I need to replace this too. I won't forget it. I just want to put the pump in because I'm like feel a little bit comfortable to put everything together. Okay, now it's all the way in. Okay, the flat is up. Okay, the separator is all lubricated. Okay, when the hole is up, the flats they are on the top and on the bottom. Okay, I just did that. I just insert the camshaft lobe. They are rotating. Okay, I just put them in like that. So because I replace also the bearings. Okay, and I just put them in and rotate them. As they say here, I don't have to do the clearance because there's no upgrade on the cam. We're gonna lubricate everything. I have already put the torque numbers here. Try not to touch them together. I have already lubricated the bearings. two little holes there aligned, but I can do it after I insert them. Right here. Very careful. I just let them drive in. I didn't push at all. Here. Alright, let's see if they run free. Yes, they run free. And I will check again the two little holes here. It's alright, I use a straight edge. Perfect. Okay, on the right one, I use the stock one. That's the 100,000. Alright. Got a new one, a new bolts. Now this one is curved. Okay, you can see it. So the curved side goes down. Just like that. This is how I took it off. I'm going to put it exactly the same way. You need 0.9 millimeters snap plier. Okay. One more check. You hear the click? I learned that from this guy Brett the Wizard. He says make sure it's like it's completely snap. Sometimes it's off. Okay, we're gonna put new tensioner in. There's a spring in there. And sometimes this get beat up a little bit. I learned that from a Feuling video, so that's why I'm inspecting this one. This is good. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil, just because. Okay. We have to put it even, not one side then push it in. It has to go even. I forgot to lube it. We can put Loctite on this. I'm gonna put blue. Some people put red. Maybe a little bit too much. £120 inch. Okay. Let's not forget this. And of course, rotate and lube the chain really good. I have already inspected the chain, so it's not anything weird. This is nice and smooth. Let's bring the timing marks again. Right there. Right there. Of course, we're gonna loop this again. Looking good for now. Okay, as you can see, I have put the oil pump first. I just make sure it's all the way in. Another way to test it is put a straight edge. Make sure the straight edge is touching the left and right of the cam area. Make sure you put a lot of assembly lube for the first start inside the gears, the oil pump gears. And if you do it the other way, it's okay too, but that's really up to you. The reason I did it this way is because I wanted to make sure the flats, they're rotating with the pinion correctly, so I don't have to worry about this later on. Okay, at this time make sure you have put the O-rings. You're gonna see me, I forgot a little bit about them, but it's very important to put a new O-rings right there. Very important. Just a little bit so they can stay in there. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3 O-rings. The pump is rotating. We have lube inside. A little bit more. Okay, at this time it's very important, lubricate the inner bearings. You're going to see me doing it. Lubricate the cams. Lubricate the, I have already lubricated the tensioner. Okay, make sure you have removed this, the safety pin you put on the tensioner. A lot of people forgetting about it. Okay, one more time I'm going to lube the bearings. Just put the timing right. Let's give it a try. A little bit more on the pinion. Nice. Okay, it's touching the surface. Now Feuling wants you to put to lubricate them with this. Okay, now we'll have to lubricate the bolts a little bit on washer right on the head, as you can see me on the video, and maybe it's just a little bit on the threads. Then I want you to use Loctite. Read the instructions online if you want to. Also, we're going to hand tighten them right now, very light, just to hold the pump against the plate so it won't get loose. Alright, let's see. This is just a little bit hand tight. Okay, if you use your old bolts, clean them up on a wire brush. Make sure there is zero old Loctite here, because this is what they worry about, with these little small holes here. You see that? Okay, that's what I worry about. So I have cleaned them really good. It took me like 10 minutes. And now we're going to lubricate them. Right here. Right here a little bit. So this is the top right. That was the number 6. Okay, right here a little bit. Under the washer. That's number 1. 3. This is number 4. Here and right here. Just a little bit. That's number 5. Number 2. Okay, at this time we hand tied the bolts. We lubricate them, all of them, a little bit right below the head on the washer. If you want, you can lubricate a little bit the threads. I have lubricated very slightly the threads too, but right now the very important thing is make sure your cam plate is all the way in. As you can see me, I'm checking again and again, and it's gotta be flush. If you worry about it and you're not sure, use a filler gauge. Yeah, right here is touching. I worry a little bit about it, a little bit. Okay, just hand tied the bolts right now, very little, and then we're going to follow the sequence and torque them to 10 inch-pounds for the beginning, very lightly. I have 0 tension, just they're touching, so they hold the plate in. Same thing here, just right there, right there. Okay. I will rotate the engine the same way they do recommend. Because I have removed the spark plugs. Okay. I want to make sure it's right there in the end. Okay. Rotate the engine 5 times and two, 3, 4, 5. Okay, number 1. Number 2. Number 3. This is almost nothing. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. And it says rotate the engine several more times, then go to 90 and 120. But you know what, I'm gonna do, if oil pump rotate, on oil pump rotate, I'm gonna do a couple more stages just to be safe. Put it on, let's go again now, 30 inch-pounds. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. We'll rotate again 5 times. One. Five. Okay, 60. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Okay, we'll go. Let's go to 190. I'm gonna leave this 290 because I was watching this guy. He brought the wizard and says like there is something in here. I can't remember exactly what, but I'm not gonna take the chance. 90. 90. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. And the last one is 120. 5. And the last one, it's 120. Okay, let's start with number 1 and 2. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go 3. 3. 4. 5. Okay. Number 6. All right. Okay, there is something here I remember. Yeah. We'll have to wait 10-15 minutes and retorque both cam plate and oil pump bolts. Okay, let's do the oil pump. The oil pump is 10 pounds, 45 inch pounds. I'm sorry, 10 inch pounds, 45 inch pounds, 90 inch pounds, and final torque to 120 inch pounds. Wait 10-15 minutes, retorque both cam plate and oil pump. I will do this tomorrow, but I will do the oil pump now. So we're gonna rotate again. 5. Okay. Let's give it a try. That's 10 pounds. This is very important. That's why I'm doing a little bit more. I want you to center the pinion with the oil pump. So I'm gonna start from the top again. 30. 'Alright, let's go to 45. Start from here. Okay, zero it. Okay. All right, 45, 90. 90. I have already preset the torque wrench. 1, 5, 90. Okay. All right. Okay, now we'll wait 20 minutes and we're gonna give file on torque. Or I might just do it tomorrow. That's number 4. Number 5. Number 6. I'm gonna go like that on a crisscross pattern again to check the pump. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're good. Okay, to install the gears, alright, we need this kit. This is the 8041 with washers. Okay, right here. So we're gonna use the first spacer. I think I'm gonna use okay, the filler gauge has to be less than 10,000. I have the filler gauge ready outside, and we're gonna tension the bolts with the spacer to 15 foot-pounds. Let's see what's in here. This is 110,000. This is 120. This is 130. This is 100. This is 150. And it's one more. 140. Okay, the one was on the bike. The original is 110. This is the 120. So let's start with 120. This one is pointing to the line. The rear cylinder is on the top dead center. If this one is pointing to the and the flat of the pinion that I showed you before is up this way, right there. And we're gonna tension this to 15 foot-pounds. Fueling instructions. Okay. This is 10,000. Let's see here if I can stabilize it somehow. I'll see it coming in. You know what? This looks pretty flat, but I will remove this washer. This is the 8000. I think it's like completely straight, but you know, I want to double check another 10 times. This is crucial because if the chain is a little bit out and in, okay. And does it go in Let's see here. The 6,000 looks completely straight to me, but just to be sure, not even, yeah, maybe the 6,000 here a little bit maybe, but not really going in. Let's see the bottom. I think we're good. Alright, so 120,000 I'm gonna be putting here there. Okay, we're getting ready. I have to wait for this to dry. Let's clean a little bit. Gonna put some paper here and waiting for the pinion to dry completely, so the Loctite, you know, the red Loctite can work, you know, because I have done the test. The oil comes out from here, and that's normal, really. Look how beautiful this is. It's almost okay. Right now I'm just cleaning up the oil inside the threads of the pinion and the cam, so the Loctite can work properly. And I will check again, but I think this is 34 foot-pounds and this is 24 foot-pounds. And of course I'm gonna clean this completely before we put the gasket in. So I'm gonna use a little bit paper here to get the oil. It has to be completely dry. The bolts. And the washers. Okay, now lubricating the final parts, the cam around, the washer, front and back, and get ready to install the gears. Okay, the timing marks, they are lined up, and they line up right here. This should do on the back, they line up. Yep, timing here, and they have to go kind of together. Looks pretty good. Alright, give it a little bit more time and we'll be back to torque. Okay, timing marks line up on the cams and line up on the sprockets. Red Loctite. Okay, 25 foot-pounds and 35 foot-pounds, just to be sure. Alright, let's put the tensioner. Okay, we're gonna be using new bolts on the tensioner. The part number is 9420425. Okay, we're gonna be using this tensioner. It doesn't have too many miles on. This is a stock tensioner. I have already pre-lube inside here. The new bolts, they have Loctite on, but you know what, I'm gonna put another drop. Okay, I have put the oil, engine oil, inside the spring of the tensioner and lubricate with Assembly lube on the top. This is a T27. I highly recommend you get new bolts, because when I was taking it out, I stripped one and this needs a really good quality bit. Okay, this is 100 to 120 inch pounds. I'm gonna put 120. Okay, start from here. Okay, zero it, zero it. Okay. I have the 6 gear and of course spark plugs out. Let's see if we can bring it back on the top dead center. Waiting first this mark to go this way. There are more. No, one more rotation. Okay, of course I'm going to verify it. It's right here. Okay, we'll continue. And I'm going to put the rotation holes, the lifters with the hole towards the engine. Feuling recommends the same direction on the holes. First I'm going to lubricate here and here. Make sure it goes all the way. I put a little paper here so we don't drop anything in there. I have sucked them in the oil yesterday and I have pumped them up already. So that means it will take more time for the push rods to bleed. So it will take our time on that. This is what they look like. Okay, the wolf came to tell me hi. I'm gonna put a little bit of assembly lube on just the roller and the hole goes towards the engine. Alright, we just drop them in, we don't push them. They are the rotation pin. I can take this off now. Okay. All right, the hole on the inside. Okay, it's in place. Let's check them out. Okay. All right, let's clean up and put the gaskets. I use on a rag, little bit clean rag, little bit brake cleaner, and what I want any oil here for the gasket to go as dry as possible. As long as the pin is in, they're not going to rotate anymore. Okay. Now if you have an M8, you should check the holder for this, and people putting from S&S because the Harley-Davidson is plastic. Blue Loctite. I have already cleaned the bolts on the wire brush. Take all the old Loctite from it. Okay, I have already cleaned the housing right here, like that. secure it with a couple of bolts. Goes right there. Secure that too. We're gonna torque this to 120 inch-pounds. Okay, the ones in the rear, these ones, they're not easy. If you have like an Allen with a ball in the end, it's much easier, but I have to do it by hand. I will estimate 120 inch-pounds after I torque the front ones. So we have 120 inch-pounds. Let's try this one. Maybe this one first. That's an easy one. I will go little by little, crisscross. Okay, got 120. I will do this by hand. That's good. Okay, do this one by hand. Okay, and let's do the front. Okay, so I will cover this with aluminum tape so we don't have any accidents. And let's get ready for the top end and the push rods, of course, one at a time. We're getting there.